Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Season 2, Round 7 Realistic Tier. Happy Easter to everyone. Trevor's upset.
Don't talk to me about it. Don't want to hear it. Easter's not Easter without chocolate. It's just not done. Anyhow. We're in 10 minutes. We're in 10 minutes.
Oh, I got a lovely little start.
A lot of cars out early in qualifying.
Rain predicted for every session.
Similar to quali.
Oh,
love to see it.
In the hills. Who have we got first? We got Snipers is out first. He was out first yesterday. Must be the Aston Martin car. At the same time as Screen Time Vale likes to come out early in the Aston.
Now, I do have an update on for you, Ollie, and any of our viewers who watched last night's race. You know, we're all bitterly disappointed that we all missed out on a free drink from Matt because he came 16th after saying we get a drink if he came in the top 15.
Yep.
When he watched the stream back this morning and he saw that, he messaged me and he apologised profusely, and he said to make up for it, we'll all get a free drink if tonight he comes top 20.
Midfield Maestro has gone at the top of the hill. Already?
It's not the best start.
Oh no, he's... Oh, that... No, just can't park there, sir. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's go back down to Snipers. Here's the first one, top of the hill. Turn 3. Keeping it fairly tight on the exit.
So the update I'm getting aware that is apparently it'll be half and half in the race. So possibly. So it looks like nobody's entirely certain if and when there will be rain.
So a bit like the normal weather reports we get every day then, yeah?
Yes.
Snipers comes around the second to last corner. Trying a little bit of the curve, carry as much speed as possible, keeping nice and tight on the exit. And crosses the line for a 107.6. I don't know who was next after him. Trying to see. Matt's coming around now. So is that... Must be Babs. It is Babs, 107.1. Followed by the Ferrari Drive of Dreams, 1.5.3. The McLaren's just crossing the line, starting a hot lap now. Is that Alan about to cross? No, he's invalidated and gone into the pits. Maestro lost it on turn 3 on his out lap and crashed into the wall.
Excuse me.
Who is the Red Bull? It must be Syrah. I'm not going to catch it in time. He started, goes P2. Very difficult. Such a short track.
Yeah. Oh! Sarah's just spun off. I'm going into the barriers backwards, but luckily he'd already put his time in. Medium tyres.
A 3 mile an hour tap with the wall that ends up being a nuclear explosion. Yeah, these cars do have a tendency to be very over dramatic. Denfo comes across the line and sets himself a P3. Is that... Alan coming back out of the pits. And then B crossing the line, goes P5, 106.1. Mikey is the only other one.
Yeah, he's more or less this lap.
Who, to quote Mikey, says it feels like I'm driving a ferry around here. Christian Future from Mashallah. What lap do you think Matt will DNF?
Well, Mashallah, I'd sad to say, last night he promised us he would buy us all a drink, all members of PRL, if he came in the top 15, and he came 16th. Now, whether that was just to spite us or to save himself money, I don't know. So he told me today that he will buy us all a drink if he finishes in the top 20. So I would say get a DNF lap 1, probably. That would be my prediction. Or lap 36, just to get out of buying us a drink.
Don't want to let those butterflies escape.
Is it not moths?
Yeah.
Should be moths.
It's definitely been that long. Stony Bum P13. Convict jumps him into P13, moves him down. Gary is the start of Sector 3 now, but we'll go down to Dodo's, who's just about to... Oh, invalidate on the exit of the last corner. That is unlucky. Gary can see if he can keep it in the track limits. He does. Gives it a good and nice smooth exit. Puts himself P12 along with his teammate, who is one place above. Back down to Alan, who's a start of Sector 3. Got an Aston Martin. Hopefully the drivers are going to be aware that when entering the pits they stay to the right hand side. So Alan comes across looking like a half decent time, puts in P10. Couple of drivers yet to post. We've got Brief and Cow on the other AlphaTauri just crossing the line to start hot lap now. Dodo's is going to have to go back round or potentially come back in the pits and have another attempt. Sit on board Brief and Cow. So he conquers the right hand off with relative ease. Lines himself up for the right hand and again downhill as there's a spun Aston Martin in front. As he's right on the line of the exit, coming into the start of turn 3, sector 3. Into the sector where you can lose a lot of time if you're a little bit nervous into these corners. He crosses the line and goes P15. It's just sitting on the edge of the elimination zone. But I'm pretty sure he might have backed out.
16 appears to be going for another lap.
It looks like he is. Let's keep his eye on his time as he comes up to the end of Sector 2. Should be seeing an improvement. We do, as point 2, the track should gradually improve. Is that an Alfa Romeo? Maybe just moving over. The Williams does offer a lot of straight line speed, but not brilliant through here.
Yeah,
hello, Mashallah.
15th.
It does improve. Stamps of Life is just finished, but he did not improve on his time. Dodo's is getting those tyres nice and warm. Douglas is sightseeing on the grass on turn 1. From Cow, I believe, is posted a decent time.
15th. So with only 4 drivers going out.
If Sid gets into Q3, you have to down a beer. Right, deal. Where is Sid at the moment?
You have to down a beer, or Sid has to down a beer. Well, Sid's probably downing one anyway, so.
No, it's a confidence. No, it's going to be a bit of an achievement. Not being horrible or saying, you know, dishing his skills. He's a little bit rusty in terms of league racing. Hasn't done it for a little while, obviously being part of the comms team. Putting that Haas into Q3 will be a good achievement, so I will go along with that. Dreams it should be. It should be if you don't go into Q3. As he is in the pits. We got Blitz coming around the final corner now. Nice exit. Moves up 2 places with an improvement of 0.3.
Silla's on a lap. He's improved by 1/10 through sector 1.
Syrah in the Red Bull. Hasn't got much ERS. So he's on a lap. He may. He's backed out. As Gary comes around and passes him. Oh, Gary right on the edge. Rail happy with his time, sending P4. Rain in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think we've got him 4, better get back out again.
So Gary improves, goes up to P14. He may... It says rain in 5 minutes, but we know the skies are just about clouding over. We may... They do change quickly. I think we'll probably get a... Well, at least another dry few minutes.
Yeah, I would say so.
Where is Dodo? He's purple sector 2, given by the game. He's going on a bit better of a lap now. Oh, and he's right on the limit. And conquers the last corner. Puts himself up to P6.
Final doors, he'll be running very low.
He loves it, doesn't he? Absolute loves a low winger. Who just slots in front of Matt. Alan is just starting. It's not Alan and the Alpine, it's Alan and the AlphaTauri, which doesn't have the same ring. I'm not saying that again. Sid is on a hot lap. Let's stay on board with the Haas driver. Got a
Upstream's fail, Kenyon and LB all returned in the pits. They're happy enough that they're going through.
Sid on the exit, start of sector 3. Coming up.
To get sector 3.
Oh, and he's... How does he not invalidate that?
Stewart's inquiry.
And he moves up one position. He does improve by 0.96. I don't know how he didn't invalidate there.
I think he must have lifted up, surely, because definitely all 4 wheels were over the line there.
Stanley bum into the pit. PRL Bebs is not improving as it stands. Convict top of sector 1 is already down on his time. I'll be pretty sure he's probably backed out of that. Snipers for Life top of sector 1 as well. Oh, sorry, start of sector 2. He's only running 5% ERS. I'm assuming he's probably just done a hot lap. Mikey retired as well. Happy down at P9. That's a good achievement in the Aston Martin.
Both Williams are in a drop zone.
There's a couple of guys just hovering.
Convict is he about to do? No, this must be a warm up. His out lap.
Is that Alan
his
coming
teammate,
round? No, Alan's in the pit.
Tony Bum is gonna have to get out fast though.
Bebs is having another rerun at it. He's going to have to put a decent time in now. He hasn't got time to come in. The bottom 3 are all out on track. It has to be now. Syrah sets a new fastest time. Bebs is in the pit. That will probably spell the end of Q1 for Bebs. Matt's happy in P11. Bebs has retired in the pits. There is a few spots of rain just dropping now, I believe. Yes, there is.
Convict is up, but by a fraction. It's not going to be near enough to
he's
get
going to need about half a second, isn't he? Just to be safe, really. He comes round and he does improve, but doesn't move. As Sid's having another go now in the wet. As that braking point at the top of the hill is going to get even longer as the track starts to get damper.
Sony Bum has actually come back out, but
it's not going to have enough time. Oh, maybe he's only just behind.
No, he's just starting his lap now.
All right.
No, I wasn't sure if it had actually started raining or not yet.
It's just started spitting. Probably not too much is going to affect the track at the moment. Sid is
already over 10th. Worse.
Sid is 1.1 seconds over his time, so he will be coming into the pits now.
He should be safe.
Yeah. Stony Bum, yeah. As it stands at the moment, he will not be getting out. DRS isn't able. Stony Bum pulls out of the lap and concedes his position. Convict travelling round final.
To both Williams drivers, they had good race performances, so...
Yep, there's no points in quality, as we say.
No, certainly. Or tonight in Midfield Meister's case, there's no point in quality. So.
Savage.
Sorry, Midfield. Sorry, couldn't help myself. You beat me.
Yep, that lasted a grand total of by the time we came out of the pits, 2 corners. He conquered the pit lane, we should say. Alright, so I'm not going to read through who is through. We will mainly focus on who is out. As we just scroll down. So Vale and Kenyon both went through in their Alpine party that's going on the medium compound tyres. So we lose Stony Bum, Bebs, Convict, Snubs for life, and unfortunately Midfield Maestro through the only DNF of Q1. It's going to need a little bit of improvement from P15 to P10 from the Q1 standings to get into Q3.
Yeah.
They're about half a second off the pace of the top 10. And it is raining.
You're going to have to remember, oh well, that will even things up, because if you remember, there were a few of the Q1 times set on mediums, so those that had scraped in the top 10 find it harder.
So Sid has just said he used 2 sets of softs for that P13.
Nah, it's raining now, he doesn't need them.
Nah. Loads of people out nice and early. Mikey the first. Nope, sorry, the second. Who is the first?
It's very busy. I wonder if the rain's going to get worse.
Maybe, or they just wanted quite a few attempts at this. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It could be getting worse. It could be going full wets before we know it.
They're all out on intermediates at the moment.
Trev, you are very, very cracking for some reason. Or crackly.
Right. Do you want to try starting another party chat?
Yep, 2 seconds, guys. We'll just start another one. I'll invite you in a second. There we go. Just make sure you should be able to tick again.
Yep, I have done that.
Cool. That's that. We'll carry on.
So if anybody that's got the stream on can let me know if I am still.
No, you do sound a little bit better. Yeah, you sound good. Or rustic. Right, let's get on data back up on stream. Not mini-map, we don't want mini-map. Full track map. Very, very busy.
Yeah, I mean, literally everybody's out.
Fail, second to last corner. Speed difference around those final corners is massive. So is the time. You're looking at what, 8.5 seconds?
Yeah.
Ooh, Kenyon mastered the wet so far. Mikey P, the times are coming thick and fast. I can't keep up. We'll just let him ride on. Going forward to Sid and we'll read through.
Loads of people coming over the line now.
Sid all by himself at the top of the hill. He comes around. It'll be interesting to see how many people go for another run. Tyres will last, but the ERS build up.
Probably a lot of them just putting in a sighter lap just in case it's going off and doing there.
Yeah. It's just riding a little bit of the grass. Into the second to last corner. Very Tetris. Tetris? That's a very word.
Tetris?
Oh no.
Is that not a Game Boy?
It is.
Game.
Sid has a P14 for Sid, 118. There's going to have to be an improvement there. NMB must have had a little bit of a moment or a little bit of traffic. The traffic wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, he's off now.
Oh, he's off.
LMB is in the gravel. Yeah, I just went to see if he was going again, and he was in the gravel. He's just rejoined the track now. That was at turn 4.
Hmm. Mikey in the pits drops down to P13. Blitz looks like he may be going again. He is top of the hill. Oh, has a bit of a snap on the wheel. Caught it from going, but it's going to affect it.
Well, it's just me, but that rain does look to be heavier.
It's definitely heavier now. It is definitely heavier. Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if that's telling the drivers it is for wet conditions now. Looks a bit too wet to be intermediate. Some of these drivers missing apexes and braking points now.
The question is, what is LMB going to do?
Fail. Not even going to bother. He's happy with that. I'm assuming that is telling the drivers it will be full wet conditions, which is probably why all of them came out very early.
Oh, LMB's just invalidated. He was going for it, and he's just went wide.
It's unfortunate.
Got a bit of a slide on.
So if I remember, if it is wet, Douglas sheet was pretty... Where was we? China. Where was China? Where it rained pretty much the whole race. Seems to be quite a Carlos Sainz of the virtual world. Pretty good in the wet. As LMB is going again.
Sid, do I sound clearer? Please, if you could let me know.
Does Trev's voice sound sexy?
Or should I tell me
yes. No confidence in the wet. Yeah, on wheel it is very, very different. Yeah. Oh, damn. I'm assuming that's meant from Sid. That's wee wet.
Yeah.
Wee wet. Why isn't it Q3? Well, because it's Q2. Thank you. It was a good lap. I was pretty sure it's meant to be coming again in Q3 from the gist that we've got as LMB comes round the final corner. Don't know. He's
got a bit wobbly there.
He's going to struggle, really, really struggle now to get into Q3. I don't think it's the weather's helping. It's quite surprising to see these guys out on track again.
Yeah, I mean...
Don't think you're going to see any improvement. Oh, whoa. OTC Dreams
stuck a set of wets on and going out, so...
Yeah, it just doesn't look like these guys are going to put in faster times at all.
No.
And it looks like, yes, the Ferrari and the Aston Martin ahead are going to call it quits. Douglas Sheet happy, P1 no doubt. Where is Sid? Sid is coming to the end of Sector 2. And they look like full wet tyres. They are full wet tyres.
Yeah, Blitz, Mikey, and Sid have all
Oh
got
no,
full
I'll
wets
lose
on.
my teammate in Q3. Oh, who's your teammate? Is that
Who's saying
Dreams? Antho, that's Dreams, isn't it?
Yeah, Dreams
Yes, we will lose
Anto is.
Dreams unless he puts together a hell of a lap. It's getting slower and slower. Sid 1.1 over his time on the intermediates compared to the wet tyres. He may have pulled out actually. He might be going again now, but it's going to be roughly the same story.
See, now I've just went into the pit lane and the rain is now looking heavier again. I thought it was starting to ease off maybe a little bit, but when you go into the pit lane, no, very wet. LMB's back in the pits. I think he's realised this is just not going to happen.
Let's just go to the tyre compounds just so we can see. Yeah, he might be coming out again. He is coming out again. He's going to have an attempt on the wet compound. Take it. Sid is... Yes, he's back to full ARS again. So I'm assuming he's turned off. And, yep, he will be... Oh, you know, he's having another go. Kenin retired, happy.
Blitz is just coming at the end of sector 2.
Zero retired and happy.
AT Blitz is half a second slower. James is out on the wets.
James has smashed it.
The wall.
That is not going to help. That was on the start.
Maybe.
Let's wait. It's unfortunate. Sid again at the top of sector 2. Well, the end of sector 2 coming in. Still heavy downpour. LMB is just starting now. PRL Matt's tied in the pits, happy with his time.
I mean, full credit. I mean, Blitz has gone round again. He's not given this up.
Sid comes across the line. He does improve by 0.5. Fortunately, it's not enough to take him out, as we have just
Blitz
lost Blitz.
Spun.
He's managed to keep it on track. Dodo's retired.
So there's half a second up. Oh no, he's now half a second down.
Yes. Blitz is going to have probably one more final attempt. Oh, who is that? Is that Briefing Cow? It was Briefing Cow. His sector is just going slow. Probably going to be coming in. Where's Mr. LMB? Final corner. And
Well,
he does improve. He jumps in and goes to P14.
I thought Dreams.
Oh.
He's
Oh, Blitz is in the wall. It's in Mester Pro's. Was it? Yeah, it was Master Pro, wasn't it? He crashed into Q1.
yes.
There's a lot of names. Wasn't even that long ago. Shocking.
Dreams is coming out to see if he can make this work.
Well, it's a do or don't now, isn't it?
Yeah.
All or nothing.
He's got one lap to try and see if he can oust Alan out of that place.
Back down to LMB, who will be having one last attempt. That's down board. Sidrick is out in Q2. L&B just approaching the top of the hill. This is the point of the track. It's going to be very hard. Blitz is conceding. He will be out as well. L&B, a little bit of a snake on the car as he puts his foot down. Looks fairly smooth, but it's going to be a little bit harder to get that traction down and the speed out. Heavy on the brakes down the right-hander. Down the hill, he's going to move to the right, open it up to come left into the start of Sector 3. In these conditions, you're going to avoid these apexes. Definitely just one on the left-hand side now, because it will throw you in a dry.
Is only 1/100th slower through Sector 1. He needs to improve by 400ths to knock Alan into P11.
L&B come around the final corner. Pretty much power as possible. Does improve, but doesn't move. That's unfortunate. But down to Dreams.
Oh, he's well up. He's 8/10ths. This could put Alan out.
The rain has got lighter. So with this, it's going to push Alan out.
Yep.
It's got to keep this last corner in the limits, nice and smooth. It is going to push Alan out as it stands, and it does. I think he actually put that. Yeah, put it on P7.
7. Yep, P7.
Ooh. Oh, he's done it. Anfo doubted his teammate, and he's put it on P7.
I can guarantee right now that Matt is rubbing this into Alan.
That's so unlucky from Alan as well. I think it all worked in Dreams' favour. The rain got a little bit lighter on that last attempt of his. And the wet compound tyre came into its condition. So you lose Alan, Blitz, Mikey, Sidrick, and even though it was just there, I just forgot the last one.
Oh, thanks. It just said my voice sounds perfect now. I mean, he said my mic, but I'm taking it for
we'll
what
take
it
it
is.
as that, yeah. It is still raining. Rain. Yarp. More drivers out, nice and early. Matt is the first one, followed by the Alpine. Has he got out before Vale? He's got out before Vale. That's not right.
No, I did something not right there at all. Yeah, we've got quite a few cars coming out.
So intermediates again. Is it going to do the same?
Well, if it is, then I can't see anybody retiring. Because look what happened at the end there.
Again, there's a little more. There's a few more drivers waiting in the pit, so maybe it might dry up. Might be the other way round. There's a little bit of lighter in the background and the hills, as we can see. The hills are alive.
No surprises, that was on this afternoon.
Was it really? Would be
or
usual.
Is that why you're singing it?
No, it's not. It's just because it's here. Even though I don't even know where that film was filmed. Is it Austria? Switzerland?
I would imagine Switzerland, I think, with the hills, was it not?
I don't know.
It's probably in a studio in Peckham or something.
As Matt's, well, short-lived purple sector 1 gets probably smashed by Vale behind. Purple's just some drivers moving out. Might have been Vale. Has Vale lost it?
Yes, he has.
He has
or
lost
he's
it.
either that or he has just... I'm not sure. Sorry, by the time I went on with him, he was at the side of the track, so... He could have just been moving out of the way.
Matt will start the first. 113.315. Info. I've got my data up. 112.5. My dog is shit.
Those are much quicker times than Q2.
It's definitely suiting the intermediates now. It's just a little light drizzle, a damp track. As Vale did. So let's go back down to Kenyon. He's the next one in the Alpine. Comes around the final corner. Should be putting this on provisional P1. 112.346.
Gary pulled out of his lap.
Gary has...
Oh, I was going to say to let Dreams by, but Dreams has
invalidated. Yes.
Silla's just gone through sector 2.
Just a lift. Anfo improves again. 0 rounds and P4. ATC Dreams will be going again. He is now. Went P7 in the wet conditions in Q2.
After pulling out of his last lap, that Gary has invalidated this one.
Dreams just a little bit of a squirrely moment. Read the curve a little bit too much on the final corner. It's probably going to be enough to put him top. It is with a 111.633. Dodo's in the pit. Breathing cow just attempts to come out now. Goes Gary.
Goes the last of the late qualifiers.
He is Mr. Saturday, but can he do it on a Sunday? It has stopped raining. It's been threatening to since we joined. It's very light compared to what it was.
Yeah.
It's how long have we got left after the sector 2 disappears? 5.5 minutes.
6 minutes.
We may see a couple of laps, maybe.
Yeah, I think we'll see quite a few folk coming out at the end.
Doesn't take long for tracks to dry on this game. Definitely not a short track.
Gary coming round to put his
Ready!
P6. There's some pretty close times there. Look at that. There's not much between P4 and P7 at all.
Dodo's is just waiting. He's like, you don't want to get his hair wet.
Exactly. Oh, Silla puts in a new fastest time by quite some margin.
Yeah, I think we're going to see them trickle in quite thick and fast. So 2 yellows is now Alpine. Have they run out of fuel?
Reef and Cow coming in the last couple of corners now.
And the final corner, keeping it on. We should see a new time. We're not going to see a new time. We're going to see a P5 time. Is that a Ferrari? Green's going to place a new time. He is. And Fred popping himself into the pits. So is Syrah. Dodos, if I were you.
He's out.
Yes. If it was me, I would back out of this and go and get a nice fresh pair of softs on, which it looks like he's exactly going to do. There's no point doing that. It looks relatively dry.
It's like he's a mind reader.
Oh no.
It's only half out your mouth that he was like, yep, I know what all he's like to say. Going in.
Like I said, the clock is always one time a day. That's me. Once in a blue moon.
Well, clock's right twice a day.
Oh, there you go then. Point proven.
Yes.
Cow in. Dodo's is in. We are going to put just the tyre data up. Pretty sure we're going to see. Oh, whoa, 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 what was that? Dreams looked like he completely lost it. About to hit the wall, and I don't know if the game put him back in position or not because it was a pit lane.
Yeah. Sid, I'm just catching up with the stream chat. Are you getting cold turkey from comms, mate?
It's very hard to decipher a conversation when you look 5 minutes after. Up the Dodos, I'm the Mick of Hass, so was Oliver, that was the best musical, stopped raining.
And then he's put big time. Maybe he means he's missed Oliver big time. That could be what he meant, right?
Well, we don't need to look at the chat any further, we know that's what he meant.
Exactly.
It's Gary, the first one out on the
hanging out with me too much, Ollie. You're becoming as vain as me. it's not always attractive. Best Dreams has confirmed that it reset him.
Yeah, no surprise. As Gary will be the first one, these times are going to be quite tight. We've got 1.5 minutes. We're going to see some traffic coming out now. We've still got some splatters on the screen. DRS is enabled, which does indicate it is a dry race or a dry track. As Gary is approaching turn, still I don't even know, we're going to say turn 3. Looking much faster already. As there should be plenty of time for these drivers to all put in one attempt.
Gary doesn't have his ERS on.
Oh. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's not doing it. Maybe he's lining up for this lap.
Yeah, he's pulled out of it. Yeah.
I mean,
oh no, sorry. I was looking at somebody else. Ignore that.
To be fair, if he has. No, Gary is. He has set a new last lap, but he didn't have his DRS on. Sorry, his ERS. He's now turned on his hot lap and if anything, he's actually done the right job because he's waited that one extra lap for the track to dry out properly, or as best it can do. As Matt says a 1:06.744, and trying to Vale didn't make it across the line. 1:12.775. Oh my god. Sarah goes fastest. Breathing Cow goes P2. Back down to the next driver, Red Bull.
Kenyon is nearly 4 seconds up through sector 2.
Yeah, that's about right. He's about 6.5 to 7 seconds off the pace in the front. Douglas Yeet 1:5.33. It is Kenyon next. P2. Gary. P5. Perel Matt is not going. Is he going? No, he's just invalidated.
Dodos goes P5.
P5, and it's Matt across the line now. So the breaking big news is Vale misses out on his attempt on Q3. I'm assuming across the line too late, and he set his fastest time on the intermediates. Douglas Sheet tops qualifying on the wet, wild, and semi-dry qualification. Puts it on Red Bull.
Oh, Dreams forgot to take the fuel out of his car and had 7 laps on board.
So Red Bull driver number 1, followed by Ampho in the Ferrari, and Dreams to complete the top 3. Pierre Kenin in the Alpine P4. Dodo's a Mega drive in the pass to pit on P5. Red Bull of Syrah follows up in P6. Bream Cal P7. Gary P8. PRL Matt in P9. And Vale with his time set on intermediates P10.
Look at that. You timed that perfectly, mate. Can I just say that? Just got the veil as it disappeared. You'd always think you've done this before.
Done it a few times. Right, we're just going to take a short break while the drivers just have a T and a P break.
Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Welcome back. Join us halfway through the formation lap. Luckily for you, you missed the ballet-esque driving off the line from the Ferrari driver.
And those antics. See, the thing is, he's now going to have to drive through a lot of cars to get to his place on the grid. And that can be a bit off-putting. So will he... Will he overshoot it?
Interesting strategy though. There is from P1 all the way down to P15 is the medium compound tyres. From P16 down to P20 they are all hard tyres. Very interesting.
Oh, Anto's coming up the side to take his spot.
That's an interesting.
Yes!
Oh, and Anto.
Oh, he's missed it.
And Cedric missed it as well. Interesting, that was. It's very hard to slot back in from that angle.
Yeah.
Just
right,
wait
I'm gonna go
for
on
it.
at the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dreams.
I am
Five
ready.
lights, and we are off. It's a hell of a start from the Red Bull behind, and Griepenthal spots through the middle, past Kenyon, and on the outside we've got a
midfield maestro
Anfo
just
has gone.
there's a Ferraro off.
Anfo's gone. We got a VSC.
Oh, he's
Not
actually DNF'd, I
sure.
just noticed.
I think Anfo lost
was-
it turn one and has been maybe collected from the cars behind, which is always a risk. Oh.
There was a few people I think took to the inside curb of turn one to avoid him.
Right.
And I see that Dodo's just picked up 5 seconds for corner cutting.
He has, yes, probably by avoiding the accident, has gained a position deemed by the game.
Yeah.
So we've got a few jumpers up on this. Allen's up 4 places. Griepenthal up 4 places. Had a great start through the middle. It looked like, yeah, the Ferrari driver maybe lost it on the exit of turn 1. We got an Alpine of Kenyon. He must have been the one that potentially picked up Anfo.
Yep.
He's in the pit. The track is green. The work to
Sirot's in
do
the
from
pits
Kenyon.
as well.
And we are back
Yeah,
racing
Kenyon's-
again.
Kenyon and Surratt are both getting new front wings.
Rail is looking on the back of Allen, trying to look on the inside, going down the hill. As he goes round, gets that move done. Good driving from the pair. just cycled back through the field. We've got LMB on the back of Mikey now. LMB up 3 places. DRS should be enabled next lap. This lap, next lap?
This lap, Midfield Maestro is taking conduct.
It is this lap, and we've got Midfield Maestro, we've got DRS on, Bebs ahead. You should get this done way before the braking zone. And we've got a little bit of a DRS train forming. We've got a gap from P4 down to P5. 2.6 seconds. Well, the Red Bull and the Alpine in 19 and 18 position. They've got some work to do with the early pit. Unfortunately, looks like they may have been bystanders in the spin from Astro. Yep. Horrible noise on the stream. Still doing it.
I don't know if there is a way of stopping it. I've heard on a few other streams in the past.
Okay, does it sound like it stops or not? No?
We've got no comments on the stream at the moment. Keep an eye on it, see if we get anything back from people. Meanwhile, what have we got? We've got Vale up 5 places. Oh, Sector 2 yellow. And who is that? Oh, LMB has dropped to the back. Bear with us, people, whilst Ollie is trying to sort out this clicking noise. So we've got quite the battle at the front. And then there's quite the gap from Beef and Cow down to Vale. Matt has got Alan behind him. And then
Gonna resume, so it does. Okay, that sounds like the sound glitch has gone.
Good. Apologies for that, everybody. So, midfield Maestro has gone from last place up 10 to P10.
Yeah, so let's have a little bit of a recap. WG is out in front still, followed by Dreams in P2. Dodos with a 5-second time penalty, unfortunately picked up in the yellow flag situation on lap 1 is P3. Cal up 3 places, is still with P4. Vale, it looks like he's gained a couple of places and moved up since we last saw him P5. Matt and Alan following closely behind in P6 and 7. Mikey doing a great job in the Aston Martin in P8, followed very closely by Blitz and McLaren. Side drivers of midfield Maestro in P10 with his. He's in on a McLaren sandwich. The Williams driver is Tony Bum sitting in P12, doing a stellar job so far. Sit up 2 places in P13 of the Haas. A little bit of a gap from Tony Bum in front. He's followed closely by Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo of Bebs. Kenyon 3.6 seconds down the road in the Alpine after being collected in a turn 1 incident. Front wing changes for both him and Syrah. LMB pitted just before we got the sound glitch. I believe he's changed tyre compound, put on the hards. Maybe with a longer game in mind. And Convict down in P19.
Yeah, but I didn't see why the Convict had pitted just on the last lap. So I don't know if he did damage, but he's also now on 6 seconds of penalties. So this could be a long race for the Williams driver.
And it's frustrating being out after 1 corner with full qualifying on. Yes, unfortunately it is, mate. It was I didn't really see what happened. I assumed him potentially lost on turn 1. We know what Austria's like. It is gutting. The Mercedes, not Mercedes, the Ferrari of OCT Dreams and the Red Bull of Douglas Sheet going at it. OCT Dreams looking on the inside. He looks like he's got his nose ahead. Red Bull should put his nose back ahead going down the hill. They go side by side. Little bit of contact there. Douglas Sheet wheel banging from OCT Dreams. Looked like there was enough room and respect given on that corner.
Yellow in sector 3. Don't know who that was.
Yep, that was them. That was Douglas Sheet that spun.
Just tracking down snipers for life.
Mikey is in the hunt for Alan ahead in the AlphaTauri. Has a better turn 1 exit. JC. Oh! Blitz has gone. Turn 1. He's got it out of the wall. I believe he's getting back on track now. He is. As Mikey wasn't able to make the move.
Just have to
on the
say,
Aston Martin driver.
Bebs just pulled off a cracking overtake round the outside of Snipers for Life through turn 1. On the outside, there was a belter. Kenyon has followed them through as well.
Bebs in line next for Kenyon.
Come on, Bebs. Get that.
Get those elbows out. Make him work for it. He's on board with Kenyon as he is in the hunt for the Alfa Romeo driver. Unfortunately, it's one of these places where defending is extremely hard to do, just down to the sheer power of the DRS zones.
Yeah.
Bebs with a great exit on the first DRS zone, but he's now got a longer stretch coming. He's a good exit on turn 1. Has a little bit of a snap. Kenyon has a better one. It should be easy meat for Kenyon, and it is. He gets the move done before Bev slots in behind. So go back to Syrah is now next for an attempt on Bev's, potentially on the next DRS zone, the same as Kenyon just done. I'm not sure if Sid's lost a place or JT Blitz has lost a place to stay. Oh yeah, he would have done because he spun.
Blitz dropped down after he'd spun.
Back up to Vale as he is in. He's got the AlphaTauri driver in his sights.
Who's got DRS on those as well, so that 5 seconds for those is going to cost him. Yeah.
Douglas Jeet will get back into this battle as well after a little bit of contact on the start of Sector 3. Unfortunately, seemed like one of those corners that two do not become one, quoted by the Spice Girls.
Oh dear me. I'm just going to have to publicly disown you now. Sarah has taken Bebs. Bearing in mind that Sarah is in a much faster vehicle, so no shame there, Bebs. Keep it up, mate.
Midfield Maestro is looking on the back of Alan and Mikey. Alan will probably be fighting for his place here. He's got no DRS. The Aston Martin driver has the front. Look at the speed difference. Is it a double move? It is a double move. Midfield Maestro gets Alan as well, as Alan tries to fight back, but I don't think he's got the power to.
No, plus Maestro have the DRS as well, so.
As Kenyon is hunting Cedric down. I'll be really disappointed if Cedric doesn't get his elbows out. Oh, what have we got there?
2 yellows.
Is that Alan? Alan has gone. Start of Sector 3. He was on the left-hand side, so he may have caught the right and spun him left. As Kenyon is eating time away. Cedric won't have much of a fight here. It's the DRS zones.
Maestro with DRS on Mikey. Too far back.
As he approaches the Haas. Slots in behind. Oh, Cedric got a little bit of assault there. Kenyon blast pass. Oh, I thought Cedric was going to have a little attempt at looking back then.
Midfield Maestro goes up the inside of Mikey at turn 4. Next up the road for midfield Maestro is his teammate.
Rubber Duck, we are being told 10 to 15 minutes until rain.
Nice.
It's a fitting name for rain as well. Cedric loses a place to Syrah as well, unfortunately on the same lap as he was with Kenyon. Go back up to the fight. Douglas G is 0.6 away from Vale. Come back into this one. If it's 10 to 15 minutes to rain, that probably means we're going to see it for the last 7 to 8 laps.
Can't see anybody. Nobody's still going to try and make them try this last 28 tons. Surely not.
I don't know, but this is a stellar effort so far. I mean, Douglas G is on the back now of Vale after his spin. Made a great recovery.
I mean, my hero of the day at the moment is definitely Maestro.
up 13 places from a crash on turn 3 of his outlap.
And hunting down Matt. I mean, he's just got to get by him, and yeah, definitely hero of the day. Driver of the day, man of the month, you name it.
Man of the year. Well, I can't really say that nowadays.
Person of the year. There you are. Don't say we're not politically correct at PRL.
Yes. Yes.
Fails.
As the Alpine is looking on the inside. As we saw yesterday from our comms adventure in equal tier, that it always looks like the outside is better traction than the in. As Douglas is going on the inside as well.
This is all getting a bit close.
Oh no, the Red Bull driver has got past. Vale looks at it and says, okay, you can have that outside position. Those tyres are going to be in a little bit of a worse condition than the Vales anyway, due to the spin and probably the fighting power. It looks like the AlphaTauri drivers coming in. We are seeing medium drivers coming in now. As Vale is going to look on the back.
In the pit lane penalty. Douglas will be serving
Vale, brilliant turn 1.
Serving his 5-second penalty.
Douglas is out of ERS. As Vale is looking on the inside. Can he make this work? Douglas with a little bit better traction. Vale has a snap on the oversteer. Has to fight the car to get it back in. But yeah, it looks like Douglas, no wonder he joined the pack very quickly, is out of ERS. Let's go back down to Dodos and Kenyon. As we are still awaiting the rain. There's a few clouds on the right hand side down the lower part of the hills.
And yet again,
all
to
remains
surprise
rosy.
me of any choice, I went into the pit so that I could not watch his teammate pass him. Top 3 all in the pits.
As they should come out. That is the other Alpine driver. Note the Mercedes driver, midfield maestro, is now going into P2. Kenyon in the pits. Stony Bum stays out. Dodos stays out as well. Let's have a look at the tyres.
Dodos pitted last lap, mate.
He did. Dodos is in a good position at the moment.
But his 5 seconds that he served is what has kind of killed him here.
It is a little bit. I mean, he's got Syrah behind him, who's on 16 lap old tyres. So Dodos just needs to keep himself to himself. And hopefully those 5 seconds he will be able to undo within the next 10-15 laps. He's got some seconds from the guys in front, but it's not the worst position to come out in.
No.
Let's go back down the grid as Mikey looks like he's on the back of the Mercedes driver of Matt. And we see an overtake going into the long DRS after turn 1. He can get himself closer. He's still within DRS as it stands. Dodos, as we just spoke about, is setting new fastest lap of the race on the medium compound tyres.
So it was boxed.
Mike is looking. Syrah. Kenyon has overtaken Syrah. Slotting in back behind each other again as they did before the pits. As LMB on 14 lap old hard tyres is sitting in P8, is yet to pit.
Doodles on the back of the Williams. I've spotted them now. probably wishing that Williams was already out of his way. He's having to slow for it. He should get him on the straight, the DRS.
Yes, it'll be comfortably done way before turn 1 even starts. He should be able to slot back in with ease and continue his surge up the field.
Babs, no.
Naughty, naughty. Little Maestro is still continuing in P2, but his tyres are 19 laps. 19 laps old, so they will start to feel a little bit ropey now.
Kenyon answer up.
Oh, side by side, it looks like Sira's got the traction down perfectly. I know what Ken will be saying now. Will be saying that is medium traction control.
Austria, let's not forget. Poor Babs will be looking in his mirror going, oh, not these two again.
Douglas Yeats is in a good position, currently P3, set new fastest lap, but he does look like he has a 3-second time penalty. Who is that going side by side? Oh, Babs with a move!
Kenyon did well to avoid that.
He did. It looked like Kenyon, not Kenyon, Sira and Bebs round the final corner. Then B is in the pits and out. Fresh medium should have a good, well, a good chance to move up the field from now to the end of the race. Alan is on the back of Blitz. Everyone relatively on fresh compound or fresher tyres for their chosen compound, apart from Sony Bum sitting at P7, 21 laps old. Midfield Maestro has been overtaken by Douglas Yeats. Oh, as Kenyon was looking at the back of Bebs. Bebs is declaring this corner and say, did you see what happened to Sira? Kenyon goes around the outside.
JT Blitz.
Should give Bebs DRS back on Kenyon.
It does. JT Blitz got a cracking exit out of turn 3 ahead of Alan there. Trying to get the DRS and he does of Bebs so he can keep Alan at bay. Got LMB on the back of Alan as well. He just stuck his nose out to let Alan know that he's there.
LMB on those fresher, fast mediums, few laps younger than the tyres ahead. Oh, and he's getting close. He's just got close enough. Nice whiff of Alan's gearbox as he blitzed past and says, "Thank you for the smell. I'm on my way." Oh, Alan, a little bit deeper into there as well. OCT Dreams is at the moment is fairly commanding out in front. Midfield Maestro finally decides to pit. Weather update from Rubber Duck. I'm not sure how he's getting these. I don't know who Rubber Duck is. But weather update is rain and a few laps out. I don't know if he's like being a secret engineer on the inside. I mean, it is getting slightly more cloudy. It's gonna
Yeah,
have
if
to...
you look, I mean, I'm on board at the moment with
It
Matt.
is, yeah.
When you look above the tree line, it is getting darker. Or maybe that's just my mood because I'm on board with Matt. Who knows?
So Midfield Maestro has decided to go for the soft compound tyres for the remaining 12 laps. Oh, the Red Bull of Syrah has made a beautiful double overtake round the outside of LMB. No, sorry, not LMB, of Bebbs and Allen. Bebbs looks like he had a little bit of a moment with the heavier braking into turn 3.
Penalty.
Oh, we JT Blitz looks like he's been tagged from the back from Bebbs as well, potentially.
Now, am I going to get to see it? Midfield Maestro on the back. Both of them have got DRS.
We will
Max
sit.
just moved
He
over.
moves out of the way.
Ah,
It's teammate, that is. That's team orders. I mean,
it's team orders.
I'm going to
It's
say it
just
how
been
it
an
is.
out-and-out
That's
coward.
that is, but that's probably. I would probably do the same, bearing in mind the tyre
Yeah, but
compound.
let's not admit that. Let's just.
No, we won't admit that.
No,
We won't
let's just
admit that
have
to
a
the
go at
stream. Matt, you're shit. Sort it out.
Exactly.
As you can see, this is a very... Oh, sector 3.
So,
It's a Red Bull.
Robert Buck is giving us more of an insight. He's just in a party with some of the guys racing, and they are giving me the weather updates.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Right.
It's always nice to have someone on the inside.
Take a punt, I guess, if you're in a party with Flips, Gary, Stony Bum, and Convict.
Yes.
That's my guess. Probably Mystic Trevor,
But-
right.
We appreciate we've got a Ted Kravitz on the inside that's not racing.
Yeah.
Could change the nickname to, I was going to say Rubber Kravitz, but I'm not sure.
No, that sounds wrong. Very wrong.
As we were on board before we start talking about nicknames.
Wait,
Maybe
no,
she
hey,
did
wait,
spin.
I've got to turn it up.
Ted the Duck on the inside, our inside man from Ted.
Oh, I had it up. Well, we did when I was younger. Probably. Anyway, never mind. I'll be banging on about 70s cartoons next. Dodos within DRS of Briefing Cow.
Yep. Dodo should be able to get himself closer. Only 10% ERS. Get himself closer to Briefing Cow. Dodo's with a flyer of a race so far.
Briefing Cow's now got 8 seconds of penalties.
8 seconds. That's
Yeah.
very unusual to see. Oh,
Oh.
heavy braking with Dodos.
Yeah, he had to take a avoid action there. LMB is now charging down on Stony Bum.
Round the outside with...
There's no
Oh, a little bit of a
competition as well.
snap. Trying to look on the back again. As Syrah seems to be yo-yoing. He comes down.
Yep, still gets it done. Oh,
I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm just a lag on my stream.
well on. gonna locate him.
Yes, because
Spin. He Kenyan nightmare.
yep. Okay. Just gonna stick with one person and try and let it do its business. May have just been a lag in the Wi-Fi, hopefully out.
It seems
Like-
to be back okay now. Sorry, whilst that was happening, Bev's picked up another 3 seconds.
It does look okay.
Kenyan also got past Gary.
He's got 6.5 seconds to get to.
So if Matt said finish top 20, we all get a free drink. I see a spot of rain. She like saw a spot of rain.
You are correct.
So I think if Matt's fine, everybody can pay a little drink for being top 20. I think for every position above 20th, he shops 1 free